Can we start? It's already almost going into Gemini hour. So we have like 20 minutes before we get to Gemini hour. The sun is still in Gemini, getting ready to go into Cancer in a few days or hours. Okay? So there was a question. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about questions. You want us to talk about you? So I stopped the live and you have a question? Uko na swali? Then sit there and learn. So someone asked me a question and they said that they don't know where to start on becoming better. Now you want me to smell your ass? Are you giving me your ass? Show off. Momo. I think I should change his name from Silo and call him Momo. So a shout out to him, Nidayo, Miss Jonjo. Shout out to everyone. And so the question was, so how can I become better, or how do I even know that I need to change anything, or how do I even know that I have a problem? Okay, so I told them that one of the best ways to do this is to become aware, because you need to become aware of who you are. First of all, you have to become aware of, aware of who are you, wewe ni nani, and what makes you do the things that you do, because there are things that you do that you don't even know that you do them. Self-sabotage, procrastination na vitu kama hizo. So there are things that you do that you're not aware. Maybe you keep losing your job, maybe you keep starting all over again, maybe you keep building new relationships and breaking them over and over. And so I said, one of the things that we need to confirm or look at is becoming aware, self-awareness, our own awareness, because it's not a lot of people who get the time to question the things you do. So now we are at a point where you really need to start questioning the things you do in your life. Start questioning the decisions you make. Start questioning the life that you are living, because the life that you are living and the decision you are making, 90% will be as a result of your parenting or the people around you, their behaviors, aka if you come from a family that is not known for building or businesses or having a name out there, then it's going to take you 10 times more hard work to become that, because a lot of the things that we do is based on the belief systems that we have, and the belief systems that you have about yourself is based more on the people, places, and things that surround you, aka you are more bound to do what you see with the people around you than what you are saying or what you want to do with your life. So one of the ways that you can be self-aware is by listening to feedback from people. Start listening more to the people, what they are saying. Ignore everything you think about you. Ignore you thinking that you are hardworking. Ignore you thinking that you have everything working. Start listening to people's feedback. What do they say about you? When they are talking about you, do they think you are arrogant? Do they think that you can make it in life or you can make it in life? So listen to their feedback. What are they saying? Because a lot of the times you don't even listen to what people are saying about us, because sometimes you may have people who believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Okay? And you don't listen. There are people who are going to tell you, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I mean, when I look at you, I see this kind of person. I see you doing this and that, but you have your own self-limiting self-doubt that you have inflicted upon yourself based on your parents. Your parents never told you you are going to amount to anything. All they do is take from you. So that becomes your belief that you're not built for anything. But when you're out there, people are telling you how great you are. You know, start this, do this, we'll do this. You are great, you're amazing. But when you go back home, you go back to your shell and you're not self-aware because you're not listening. The people are going to give you feedback. If the people tell you you're amazing and you are great, then you are. No matter whether you believe it or not, no matter the situation, the circumstances, the people who surround you, listen to the feedback. Because there's so many people who have not lived their dreams, because the world can not do everything. The world can tell you of how amazing you are. The world can, tell you of your beautiful qualities, but the other 90% has to be you now to bring them out. So you have to shun away from this self-induced depression where you want your life a certain way because you're not listening to the feedback from the people. Sometimes it's good to listen to the feedback. Like even some of the greatest fighters, when they step in the ring for a fight, though they know that they can fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee, they still have to listen to the coaches. Even if he's fighting the opponent, even if anasikia he's landing all the blows, if he's not listening to the coach, he's going to lose. Because the coach can see more than you can see in the ring. The feedback you're getting from the people, they can see more than you can see in yourself. Reflect on your own actions. The actions you take, the things that you do every day. Okay? Look at them. You're back. I'm not talking about you. You are okay, okay? You are a cat, you remain a cat. Okay, you go outside, you mate, you bring children, we give you food. Your purpose is to be a cat, okay? Yeah. You are a cat, you maintain a cat. Don't try to learn anything here. This is beyond you. Wewe kazi yako ni kukula cat food. Sawa? So to be more aware, learn your daily patterns. What do you do every day? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, when you wake up in the morning, when you get on social media, what are the pages you go to first? Like when you get to TikTok, who are those people? The first people that you go to check their content. Okay, those are your daily patterns. If the first thing you go to is into gossip, Kanyari amesema nini, so that becomes your reality. Okay, so you can come to me and you tell me, I don't know, can you tell me what to do with my life? No, I'll be like, no. Let's start with the awareness. What is constantly in your awareness? That is the first thing we need to check, because you could be doing everything. You could be consulting and doing all these things, but if you're not so aware of your mindset, we'll be doing zero work. In my fitness business, when people come, they're like, okay, I want to start working out, I want to join the gym and everything. I tell them, you're actually not joining the gym. What you're doing, you're investing time in your personal growth. And the reason you're doing this is because you want to become a better person. You want to come and lose weight, you want to come and gain muscles. So you're investing, this is the time that you're investing, the 1 hour you'll be in the gym. You're investing this 1 hour for your personal growth. But what is the main reason? The main reason is to become a better person. Okay? So if you're practicing self-awareness, but you're not doing anything to improve on your life, maybe read 5 pages a book, read 5 pages of whatever blog you are reading, or whatever, watch 5 minutes of TikTok, a certain niche that you like watching, because you don't even have to read. Sometimes all you need to do is watch a certain video. Okay, so I'm realizing, remember what I keep saying, it's each one teach one. I'm realizing that we lack self-awareness, where we believe that life is happening to us. We believe that, hey, mazee, economy imekuwa ngumu, hey, life imekuwa ngumu. But as we become more self-aware, we understand that it is the role that we are playing that is resulting in the experiences that we have. It is all a role. You are playing the role. Life is not happening to you. It's a role you are playing. Okay? And when you're self-aware, now you can look at it like this. You can say, okay, wait a minute. A few years back, I used to do that, and that was enough. That was enough. That was inactual. That was enough. Plenty. I had plenty remaining for this and this. But now, after self-awareness, self-evaluation, listening to feedback, siku hizi ulienda wapi? Siku hizi sikuonangi. That is feedback. Sikiza, mbona wanasema wakuonangi? Ile siku walikuwa wanakuona, walikuwa wanakuona kwa nini? Walikuwa wanakuona kazini. Siku hizi hatukuonangi sana. So, feedback. Because as you become more self-aware, even the people who eventually they lose their businesses, unasikianga, siku hizi hakujagi kwa ofisi. What? Siku hizi hakuji ofisi. Siku hizi haonekani. And then after a few years, the business is gone. Because they were not listening. They are not listening. So one of the best ways that you can be self-aware is feedback. Venye tumesema, feedback, you observing yourself, observing the roles that you are playing in whatever you are doing. Okay, things change. Whatever used to be a lot of money for you, you used to make 6,000 shillings a day, 5,000 shillings a day. Nowadays, that's peanuts. That's just fuel money. So if you don't take the time to sit down and say, naona maisha imekuwa ngumu. No, si maisha imekuwa ngumu. Things have become expensive. You know, there are times when you ever used to worry about going anywhere. Ulikuwa tu unaingia kwa gari, unaingia petrol station, jaza, and you go. And you travel. My gym bag, my car, in the gym bag, I used to have a gym bag that had 5 sets of clothes to change. 6 pairs of boxers, socks. I used to leave home and come back after a week. 4 days, 3 days, no plans, not planned. Tuko mahali Dagoretti Corner, we are having a drink, kitu kile tufike Nakuru, mara hiyo hiyo hapo Kenol, weka 3,000. Hiyo mafuta itaenda Nakuru na irudi na ibaki. Okay? And we just zoom off. So now with the changes that we have, if you are not self-aware to understand, see that you have become broke, no, you are just not self-aware. When is the last time, especially for the men, when is the last time ulienda soko wewe? When is the last time uliingia supermarket ukafanya shopping? These are not the days ulikuwa unaingia supermarket na 10k unatoka ati umeshop. Eka shopping ya agri komi nowadays 10k unanunua tissue ni 450, umebaki na 9500. Unanunua mafuta ya kupika ni 1950, umebaki na 8k. Hiyo ni mafuta ya kupika peke yake na tissue, uko na 8k saa hizo. Unanunua unga 10, umebaki na 7k. Ujue saa hizo uko na unga na tissue na mafuta ya kupika, uko na 7k. Hujanunua anything else, hujanunua maziwa, hujanunua sukari, hujanunua mchele. So it's not that you are not making money. You are still making money. The money you used to make 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But you are not self-aware. You are not listening. Feedback. You are not listening to the economy. You are not coming to terms with where we are. You are not self-aware. Because when you're self-aware, that is when you become now confident to make new choices. Now you're like, well, I'm now aware of what is happening. So I need to make new changes. I need to get another business running. I need to shut that door, save some of that money and invest it here. Because self-awareness makes you make new choices. And when you make new choices, you get new outcomes. So as a society, we are so distracted that we are not aware of the things happening on the ground. Mnakuja kubomolewa. You are not self-aware. You're not self-aware. Maenda gutharia, magutharia kuria. You are watching them wakibomolea neighbor, hata utoe vitu kwa nyumba yako. You're expecting them watafika pale, hiyo maneno ishe. And I keep telling you, this is a spiritual warfare. There is even more to distract you from being self-aware. And how do you know this? When you're not self-aware, you become anxious people. You become confused. Okay? You become resentful towards yourself, towards other people. And I'm going to use this example again. When I'm observing how the zombies or the walking dead are walking all over the grave sites, kama hiyo maneno ya kina Jambia ama wakati wa Shira and everything. This is lack of self-awareness. You lack so much self-awareness, unakanyanga makaburi za wenyewe ukirukaruka kwa manzishi kuhusu. Okay? So you are confused, you are acting confused, munakimbiza has. You are anxious. You don't even love yourself. You are resentful to yourself. You are resentful to other people. Yeah?
I want us to make this.
What is that? How do you make it? Take the paper. Fold it. So you start then. Start with this one.
I don't have papers.
No, use the papers and the back. They don't have to be white as long as they are papers. Okay?
But this one you need double-sided tape.
Which one?
The thin one, double-sided.
But we have double-sided tape. We can cut it. Na makasi tutaifanya ikuwe thin. So you have scissors. Wa magathi. Wakinya huwa magathi hudire kiria. Ile double-sided tape ya blue. Sawa. So that lack of self-awareness, okay? That is what is making us anxious. That is what is making us look confused. That is what is making people behave like they are behaving in public. Remember, tomorrow you'll be in town. Tomorrow you'll be in parliament. Okay? Kesho tutakuwa parliament for that bill thing. So tomorrow, look out for me. I'll be wearing boots. I'll be wearing an overall. The best way to go to a protest, unavaa overall. I'm giving you tips. Wear an overall, which is one dress, so you don't have like a shirt ama trouser in overall yote. So I'll be at the protest, I'll be in overall, I'll be having working boots ziko na chuma hapa mbele. Unajua unaweza kukimbia hivi pikipiki kupitia kwa vidole za mguu ama anything, you never know. And other tips, I won't give you the other tips. Mseme ati mimi ndio na encourage. So let me give you examples on how you can become more self-aware. Otherwise tutashinda hapa tukiongea. Start asking yourself why. Be curious. Ask yourself, why am I always broke? Okay? Why am I always broke? You're asking yourself questions. Now you're becoming more aware. Okay? Why do I do things like this? Why do I react like this? Why do I shout at my spouse? Why do I lash back? Okay? Why do I react the way I do in a matatu? Why am I always scrambling to get in a bus? Hata matatu kama imepangiwa line na watu, mnaingia moja moja, bado unakuta ukienda kushika ile chuma, umeshika chuma umeingia mpaka umegongwa, kung, watu wanashindwa na siunge boss. Kila mtu anapata nafasi. Tumepanga line like, so you ask yourself, why are you like this? So what you're doing is that you're observing yourself. Because a lot of us, we live on autopilot. Unalipa bills, unafanya hivi, the next month unalipa bills. So start asking yourself, why? That is the first question. Why is this happening to me? Why? Then you are going to realize that why is where you have learned these things. Your parents, your grandparents, your aunties. No one has a relationship. Hakuna mwenye ako na boma. Sasa utaweka boma aje? So ujui kwa nini unakuanga na hizi mashida zote. But the moment you start asking yourself why, the moment you start questioning yourself why am I like this? Why did you come? Why did you come? Hata unajiuliza why. Yeah? Even the cat is asking itself why. Imefika hapa, kafika hapa, kajiuliza why did I come here? And he's making a video, he's not petting me. So after you have asked yourself why, and this is all about to do with your self-awareness. After you have asked yourself, why am I always broke? Why am I always getting fired? Why am I always late? These are patterns. And patterns are deep in your subconscious. That's why I keep telling you to give yourself grace. Some of these things are so deep in your psyche, hauwezi zitoa overnight. After you have asked yourself why, then now you start doing the uncomfortable things. You know, you never actually know who you are until you go through a difficult time. When you go through a difficult time and then you overcome, that is when you realize, where? Kumbe I can do that. You know? Kumbe I can overcome. So start doing things that are uncomfortable. Because until you do something that is difficult for you to do, until you do something that is uncomfortable, you'll never do it. You have to face your fears. Face your fears. Some of you are great teachers. Some of you can create great content, but you are uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to be on front of a camera. It's uncomfortable to do those things. But when you do those difficult things, it's not easy. Even like the content creators you see, even all those people that you admire, they had to do the difficult thing. Even your politicians, they had to wake up one day and try to talk to the people and convince them that I can be your MCA. You have to do the difficult things. You have to do those uncomfortable things. You have to face your fear. You have to know your truth. You have to get out of your comfort zones. When you do that, then you're going to be grateful. You'll be grateful that you did. You know. Most of the people, like when I meet people, yesterday we were at the Soul Group meetup, Soul Family, the physical one, the one we were doing in Kikuyu. And afterwards, after we had, everyone was going home and everything. Just before I started walking, I went and I was talking to one of the guys, anaitangwa Kitheka, anauzanga viatu hapo Kikuyu. So we were having a conversation with Kitheka. And I asked him, Kitheka, we ni Mmeru, ulikuja aje ukaanza kuuza viatu Kikuyu and you have the best position hapa Kikuyu, like hakuna uka mwingine anabishana na wewe. So he was giving me his story on how he started, you know, how he got out of his comfort zone, how actually it was his wife who pushed him to do that. Okay? And how uncomfortable he used to be. Alikuwa ananiambia ati alikuwa anamoga viatu na chini ameangalia chini juu hataki kuangalia watu juu anaogopa marafiki wake wamuone and everything. So I like social experiments. So I asked him, I said, so how did you get out of your uncomfortable situation? Kaniambia, man, to be really honest, nilikuwa nakunywa na kupiga kanudhu na hapa. Nikipiga kanudhu na kuja. Sasa juu nimepiga kanudhu na changamka, nikaanza kuongea na watu. All of a sudden, nikaanza kurealize people actually are not even looking at me. Nikarealize people actually not even, they don't even care. Only the people who want to buy shoes ndio wanakuja, wanainama, wananunua. So, by him doing the difficult thing, now he can't complain about it. Now he can't complain about it. It's not easy to do the difficult things. It takes a lot of courage, but you have nothing else but courage. You have nothing else but yourself. Like no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to help you. Become self-aware. Become what you call self-aware. Observe your family patterns. Because this will be the greatest reveal. The greatest level of self-awareness is observing family patterns. Look at your father. Look at your mother. Start there before we went very far. Is your father a businessman? Is he a deadbeat? Does everything he does include just staying at home? Does he have dreams? If your father doesn't have dreams, then you have to work 10 times more hard because you are not going to have dreams because you live the patterns of your parents. Your parent, when you look at your mother, has your mother ever traveled? No. How farthest have your mother traveled? Mamako akienda mbali ni manzishi. Wakati mtu amekufa ndio anaenda mbali. City mortuary. The last time she was in Nyeri walikuwa wameenda mazishi. Ama pengine kwa kanisa wakaenda ka church trip. So if your mother does not travel, what makes you think you are going to travel? And you're either going to like the tap the screen or something, because I cannot have TikTok notification me that I have minimum activity on my nini on my live. I might close the live here and end the Facebook. It doesn't make sense. I have to tap my own live to show TikTok that I'm still live because there's inactivity. I know you are learning, but still. Anyway, if your aunties, ukienda kwa auntie yako, hakuna picha ya mtoto mmoja hata amegraduate. In your whole family, no child has ever graduated. Your aunties, your uncles, your shushu, hakuna nyumba hata moja iko na mtoto amegraduate. I'm not saying graduating is so important, but I'm just giving you glimpses of what we call accomplishments in life. Then chances are you are not going to educate your children, because you are going to leave your family patterns. If your family, no one buys a new car, family yenyu hamuna watu wako na KD something, KC something, the newest car you have is the car you wewe uko nayo pengine. Ukiangalia back in your family ni KUJ, KDJ, ni gari za kitambo. Ukienda kwa shosho yanyu hata hakuna gari, kwa anko wako hata hakuna baiskeli. So start observing these family patterns, because you have to live out, you have to shed that, you have to say I'm not that and be different. Okay? Observe your family patterns. Family patterns, everyone is divorced in your family. Amjai enda kwa wedding. I'm not saying a wedding is a very good thing, but amjai kuwa na harusi. Yani, in your whole family, when you observe your father's side and your mother's side, there's nothing to be proud about. Unasikianga hiyo familia, kuna hama, wameweka tent, kuna nini, kitu fulani imeendelea. If you don't have those things, trust me, you are going to leave those family patterns. Because it's in your subconscious, it's in your psyche. You don't even know it. Okay? You don't even know it. The best car you have is a KAE. That shows that you have stagnation energy. Okay? Your parents' patterns are naturally within you, so you have to do so much to get rid of them. You may think you are doing okay. You may think, okay, I'm doing this. But it is the same energy updated. You have to break those cycles. When you talk of breaking cycles, when you talk of breaking trauma, when you talk of breaking generational curses, this is what I'm talking about. Be self-aware and start observing your family patterns. You can be in a gathering where in 2024 mkienda family gathering, mnaanza kusema ati tushikane, tuanze chama as a family. Unajua kitu inakujanga kwa family, then you are not doing okay. Because that means in your family, no one knows anything about vitu kama insurance. Okay? So no one is assured of anything. Okay? So these are family patterns. And they are not easy to break them. They are not easy to see them. Observe your relationships. When you look at your relationships, then you're going to start observing your thoughts. Then when you observe your thoughts, you're going to start observing your behaviors. Then, now you start learning, what do I need to work on? What do I need to work on? As you await whatever you want to happen for yourself, what do you need to work on? Hi. Ukoaje? I'm talking about family patterns. No. Hi, Coco. Kwani umekuja kila mtu? Everybody was missing me, even Coco. Hi, Coco. Ukoaje? I'm on a live. Go. Okay? So, observe their relationships. Observe how your parents and are relating with other people. Because you're going to learn something. When you listen to your parents, or they say, hey, those people, they are like this. Those neighbors are like this. You are going to start living those patterns that they have. So you never build, you never grow, you're never going to come up together as a community or build anything. Not because you don't want to, but because you have never seen that in your family. You have never seen it. So, if you have never seen it as an example, how are you going to do it? The Kikuyu say that mwana wa gari ya kunyagota gari, aka you will be your mother, you will be your father, whether you want it or not, unless you change. And this takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot to face who we are. Even sometimes I have to face myself. Sometimes I look in the mirror and look at myself and say, wait a minute. As much as I'm not my father in so many ways, I'm still my father in so many ways. As much as I'm doing all this healing and everything, as much as I'm so different from my father in so many ways, I'm still my father in so many ways. Deep down in my psyche, I'll be sitting and I think and I'm like, wait a minute. Nini hiyo? Hizi ni tubes.
Ngoja. Tuanzie.
Hizi tutapata wapi?
Carrefour, of course.
Wako nazo toy shop?
The toy shop.
Ziko na nini? Kwani ni sweet?
Pana. Tuona tu.
Inaitwa slowly.
Kisi ya kula ya kucheza. Hizi tu.
Oh, pitet. Hizi naitangwa pitet. Hizi ndo za kusak nini? I'll go and find them. Nitazitafuta.
Hizi ziko huko, hii ni slime.
Uliziona kwa Carrefour? Uliziona kwa duka?
Pana, lakini najua ziko.
Taenda kuangalia. So, it takes a lot of courage to actually face who we are and what we want to do better. And a lot of the times we just talk about it. We keep talking about it. We keep talking about it. And the question is, are you becoming self-aware? Because once you start becoming self-aware, that is the first step. First, you have to become self-aware. Observe the patterns. Then, ukishafika hapo, then you can ask me now. Or as a collective now, we can come together and say, now, what next? What do we need to change? Because if we don't change anything, the same way we are talking about our parents and their grandparents, the same way our children will be talking, it will be updated, looking a little bit different, but we'll have repeated the same generational causes and trauma. And the thing is that these are the topics that we don't talk about as Black people because this is not in us. Because we don't see these samples. When you get online, you see Atomic Habits, you see Alan Watts, you see these people. It is the same conversation we are having, but it is coming from white people. And they listen to these people. That is how they're even able to build generational wealth. You have your own Einsteins, African people. You have your own Elon Musks, but you don't listen to them because they look like you. And that's the issue right there. It's not because you don't have the coaches. It's not because you don't have the teachers. You do. But you are living your parents' patterns where they also had their own saviors. They ignored them. Whatever, I don't care. It's still the same thing. No one wants to be self-aware. Very few people want to be self-aware and change. Very few people want to change that. Countless times I've said it. Bring your children. Okay? Bring your children. Come with your sons, men. Come with your daughters. Let's have fathers and daughters Saturday thing. You don't have a car, it's okay. Take a bus. Kuja shukia 105 Kikuyu. Kuja shukia Kikuyu. We are going to have these activities where we are bonding with our daughters or we are bonding with our sons. It's just chilling with them, a little play and talking to them and healing. Because it has to start somewhere, but you don't. But come Sunday, you are in church. Because you don't want to do any hard work. You want to go and sit down and someone to open a book, read for you, and then someone to pray and tell you that it is done. It has to take action. Yesterday, we went back for the soul group, the physical meetup. Okay? The reason I did that, everyone was on my DM. When is the next one? We stopped going. We want to come back. Let's get back to where we went. Did you come? You didn't come. Few people showed up. So why should I do that? Why should I spend my whole Sunday from morning till 4 p.m. sitting and you're not interested? I can go wash my dogs. I can go clip my cat's nails. I can spend time with my daughter. We can go swimming. We can go fishing. We can go fish frogs. We can do other things, I can go see my girlfriends. I can spend time with my wife. I'm saying, so if you're not self-aware, to the point now you want to change your patterns. The fact remains, there's more people out there who want to do these tribes. The reason I'm on Twitter with the South African people. But before you get there, you start home. You start with the people around you. Okay? But the people around you, it looks like you don't want to change. You know, I have to tell you, it looks like you don't want to change. You can keep talking about these things from 2018. It looks like you don't want to change. It is becoming like entertainment now. Every day you are looking, oh, it's going to come live, oh, it's going to give us that. But you don't want to do anything about it. You know? And you're not even coming to me. You are doing it for yourself. Self-awareness. Observe your patterns. You are living your parents' patterns again. And your parents lived their grandfathers' patterns again. The sins of my fathers, the fourth generation, they are happening as we watch. As much as we want to change, it's still recurring. It is still recurring. Still coming back. You can still see it. It's updated, but it is still the same thing. At least now you have a TV. You have internet in the home. Your father had a newspaper. Never forget that. You have Netflix. Your father alikuwa na afford kununua Time magazine na Drum na Parents. Hakuna difference. The only difference is the updating. Joy Bringers was there. Today you have Go TV, the cheaper versions na vitu kaa hizo. Nothing is changing. Now you are subscribed to Netflix. Your father alikuwa ananunua Drum magazine, Parents magazine, anasoma na gazeti. Now you have the TV. You have internet. So it is the same energy. It's just that it is updated, but we are not actually changing because we are not actually building anything. All we are doing is complaining. So tuonane kesho, Parliament. Okay? I haven't been to a protest in so long, but I'm itching for this one because I'm well prepared for this one. Look out for me. I'll be in a green overall. Anyway, I might be live actually. What am I saying? I may be live at the event. I may be streaming live from the event. Okay? If you have a work boot, vaa work boot ili nakuanga na chuma hapa mbele. Another thing, when you're going to a protest, tie your shoes very tight. Don't trip on your own shoes. Vaa nguo huwezi shikika haraka, vaa overall. Mtu hawezi ingiza mkono hapa venye polisi anaingizanga mkono hapa na kushika, yote ni overall. Okay? One piece of cloth. Mtu akijaribu kushika hawezi kushika. Ikifika ni hapo. And then have an inside pocket where you can throw your phone inside the overall na ufunge. Ni sawa? Si tutapatana kesho pale Parliament, ama utakuja, ama utakuwa TikTok. Ukisema oh my god akiwa anarusha mawe, utakuwa home, si ndio? Utakuwa TikTok, si ndio? Si shida yako. Na unazaa kila siku, unapanda kwa kitanda unazaa, lakini si shida yako. You know, I can give you see, it's so easy to protest. Like if you really wanted like to protest, get in. The only shida ni ya mjui hata kuprotest. Unataka kuprotest, hata kaa chini, Google, kaa chini, use these things, kaa chini, Google how to prepare for a protest. How to prepare for a protest.
According to Dean of Students, University of Michigan, consider dressing in long sleeves, or bring an outer layer, and wear pants to protect your skin from chemical agents such as tear gas or pepper spray. Wear comfortable, protective shoes. Do not wear contact lenses, eye makeup or jewelry. Fully charge your phone, and consider bringing an extra battery pack and charger.
Which one am I making? Tengeneza gani? Si unilete pen then.
Sio sahi.
Okay. After breakfast. Okay. So you see, everything is out there. Everything is out there. Like, you want to protest, learn how to protest. Learn how to prepare. The only problem with you Africans is that you are not self-aware. You don't prepare for anything. So utatoka kwa nyumba na shati, hujajifunika, tia gasi kirusho ya skin unajikuna. No, prepare for everything. Carry an umbrella. When you're going to a protest, carry an umbrella. Kama una kofia, kama hujajifunika mask, Ukifika pale Westlands, fungua umbrella. All these cameras, they cannot see you. Now, sasa protest proper na umbrella yako. You know, it's... Do I have to do everything now? Do I even have to do the revolution now? Now I have to stop teaching. Sasa niende kwa streets. Because we are no business pillars. We are no pillars. We are on business, education, entertainment, politics, and religion. We can protest. See that we can't? We can do that. But then the only thing why we are not even interested in politics is because the people are not even ready yet to be led. If there was that energy of people wanting to be led, then we can step in. But now no one wants to be led into anything. So we let it be. We decided, okay, let's teach. Yeah, let's teach, you know. Let's teach, let's do other things, let's teach, let's, you know, entertain, na vitu kama hizo. Ni sawa? Let me see if there's a question before I go. So that was your message for today. Be self-aware. Okay. Do you think our tradition have some parts in oppressions and some of the patterns of our traditions? Yeah, but you know, you are all GMO, you have been programmed. Okay. For example, it's not even funny that you guys, you think Rigathi is being sidelined. Like how like you really think kuna shida ya Rigathi na Naruto? Like in your mind, like ukikaa chini, Rigathi just bought a chopper yesterday. Jana amenunua helicopter 450 million shillings yesterday. So you think mtu ananunua helicopter ya 450 million shillings, that is $4 million. Even white people cannot afford that. Hata mzungu anunui hiyo ndege. Even a CEO, even Deviki, a billionaire, anunui ndege yake. Okay? So you think Gachagua, in one way, shape or another, being called a villager, it has got anything to do? You see, that is the problem with you people. You don't think. These people are in the same ship. Shamba la wanyama, same forest, different monkeys. These people are not fighting. These people are fighting for you. They are fighting. Inaitangwa PR. Niliona Ruto jana akienda na Kenya Airways. Juu aliona mna complain ameenda na Kenya Airways. Do you think... Why are you so dumb? Do you know that you can brand a plane? Ama unafikiri hiyo ndege ni ya Kenya Airways? Kama unanunuanga matatu ya Super Metro hapa, unapeleka hapa downtown, inafanywa nganya. Hiyo nganya unakuja unasema hii basi nataka ikuwe ya shule. Inatolewa hizo mataa, inapakwa aero, inaenda shule. Wewe unaona president wenyu ati ameshuka KQ. Ati he's flying KQ. Ndege inaekangwa sticker. Venye unaendanga unapeleka gari yako Phantom wrap, inaekwa wrap. Ndege ina wrap yangwa. Wake up people. Wacheni hizi cheap PRs mnafanyiwa hapa. Someone is traveling in his own plane, inaekwa sticker ya KQ. Mnafikiria ati now president, sasa he's flying KQ, now we are okay. See, that's the problems now. Okay? Observe your patterns. Your parents were fooled. Your grandparents were fooled. They gave up the land. You are still being fooled. You are still giving up the land. Aina difference. Your parents were lied to. They gave away the beaches. They became private beaches. So come summer holiday, nyinyi wote mmejazana public beach. All the beaches were taken. So when walibaki, now what have they taken? They have taken the land. Ukienda na huku Ole Polos, ukienda na huku Ngong Hills, all the resorts have been grabbed by their sons now. So wewe utapata mahali ya kuenda holiday. You never go to Ngong Hills. You never go to whatever. Those will be private places. You cannot go and enjoy a picnic. The way they took the beaches, even these ones are being taken. So I don't know. I guess I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Someone has said Maina Jenga is the clickbait. Yeah. These are sideshows. These are distractions. Okay? You don't have an opposition in your own country. You think that is by coincidence. Everyone was bought. Okay? Yeah, you can say no to dowry. Okay? You cannot tax the church because the church is the government. You see, the church created the government. So the church is the mother of the government. So if you cannot tax the government, leaves tax free, how can you charge the church? You cannot tax the church. The church created the government. Okay? Someone is saying Naivasha near Stockman. Exactly. Now nothing has changed. We are still here. It's happening when we are still here. Okay, someone is why do you buy the sombrero holes? These ones. If you want one, you can order. If you want one, you can order. If you want one, you can order. We have them. Okay? We have them. Which one do you like? Which one do you like? Hearts are endless. Okay? Hearts are endless. We are the creatives. If you want one, you can order. We have more, but these are just for the wall hangings. But we have more if you want. You can order. If you want one, you can order. Thank you. They are beautiful. So yeah, so be self-aware. Data beta yote imeenda. Yeah, everything is gone. Everything is gone. So they divide you. It's called the divide and conquer spell. But for even that to stop, we, the people, have to become self-aware first. We have to observe our patterns. That is why I'm saying observe your patterns. The way you are reacting is the same way your father and mother reacted. They did nothing. They did nothing. They just wanted to be comfortable. They did nothing. And shout out to Gen Zs. They did nothing. Your grandparents, Pluto Libras, Pluto Virgos, huko nyuma, they also did nothing. The only reason you're even seeing noise on the internet is because now we are on Pluto Sagittarius, the Gen Z. This is different. Sagittarius is about freedom, so they are not for the mainstream. Pluto Scorpios, it was all about them being stuck on that. You are baby boomers, stuck in the old ways. They don't want anything changing in procurement and everything. Everything is spiritual, as above, so below. Okay. They're destroying businesses. It has to start with you. Yeah, so you're tired of sitting down also. So, kesho out there. Which challenge is this one now? Let me see. Gratitude challenge over last week. Self-healing, today we are on day 16. Let me see. Today on day 15. Today on day 15, practicing self-care. Day 15, so you have 13 days. So you'll be done with that one in 2 weeks. The divine masculine, that is for men only. That will be starting next week. So you only have the whole of this week. Next week, the divine masculine 14-day thing starts. So we are going to start on, let me give you the exact day. You know, you have to start, you have to look at the moon. Where will the moon be? You don't just do things for the sake of it. So that will have a new moon. We'll be in the new month. So today is 17th. Next week will be Monday. The moon will be in Aquarius on a Tuesday. That is on 25th. No, we want to start it on Mars Day. Moon will be in Taurus. 2nd July. Around that time. So that is when we'll be starting the divine masculine challenge. Hakuna mtu alisema ati Maat, no one said that upitwe. We talk about these things every time before you start in a challenge. Nakuanga nikiongelea kwa my lives. We are starting this, then we start. Okay, we have done all in all. I think in total we have done 4 gratitude challenges. That was the 4th one. The self-healing one, Inaisha, this was the first one. 13 days to go. The divine masculine, that will be for 14 weeks. That will be for men only. Okay, that is only for men who want to change, not for boys. Okay, and remember what I said. It's each one teach one. These things we are doing with you. Okay, the lunar calendar is done. Printing ndio imebaki, lakini finally actually yesterday I wanted to pay. The last deposit for the plate was yesterday. The plate was not cheap, so I was paying in installments. So it's done. So anytime from this week wanaweza print. What else? You make everything so expensive in this country. My books, printing one book, to print a book, to start printing, like to start having the books printed, it's 55,000 shillings. So again, you have to take your time because everything you have to do alone. In Africa, everything you have to do alone. Najua, unless ufungue kanisa, then people are going to give you money for nonsense, you know. But people pay. They will pay for all that. All these people who do these things intentionally, they will pay for that. So they'll be here for thousands of years paying for that karma. All these people who do this intentionally. So it's okay. Let them do that. You know, they are damning their spirit because for every spirit, for each and every spirit you take away from God, you divert from God, you have to pay for each. Krianga hapa ati sasa ati utazaliwa ya mtu moja ishe. No, lifetimes they can even happen in minutes. Trials and tribulations. You cause someone to die, your child dies. You did this and this and this, your wife becomes sick. Natumia pesa ya cancer, ulidanganya mtu amepona cancer, inakuwa sasa ni bibi yako. They have to pay. So that is how you pay these lifetimes. You never find sleep. Vitu kama hizo. Najua. Yeah. Soft copy. Yeah, I can even send you the soft copy. I wanted to create an app. And I got in touch with one of you people, a beautiful content creator, app creator, IT and everything. But the amount of healing they need to do is incredible. You communicate one day, kesho, no feedback. After a week, they tell you, I was going through a dark phase of the moon. I was in a dark place. I'm gonna get back. So you can't work with people who are not healed. So it becomes hard. So it becomes a one-man guitar. Me, I'm not IT savvy. Now I have to sit down and learn IT. Now I have to sit down and learn editing. You can do everything on yourself. And then again, you cannot even work with people who are sick also. So I have to go now. Nidona mudu gwitwo muboimu bikinioka. Mubimu bikinimoka. Shout out to everyone. Karimere goku. Shout out to Karimere Adhuo. Shout out to Aquarius. An audiobook. Yeah. It's just that these things you can't do them alone. It's just too much work to do everything alone. You have people who want physical meetup. And I also have an Adam's apple. I also have a life, I have a family, I have other things to do. You can't do everything. So it becomes, no, I can actually do everything. I can actually do everything alone. So it's going to happen. So, it's going to happen. So stop being distracted. Okay, wachani kudanganywa on the ground. Gachagua sio wenyu. Politicians have never been there for you. Kesho tuko parliament. Exercising our right is our amendment right to picket and protest. Tutakuwa hapo na akina Mwangi. Omondi is mourning. I don't know kama atakuwa, but we'll be there. Trust me, we'll be there in parliament tomorrow. Okay? Nimekuambia vaa overall, vaa nguo moja imeshikana, vaa tight shoes, usivae jewelry, charge your phone, vaa mfuko, utafika na huko kwa overall na huko ndani. Twende kazi. Hata ukishikwa mtu anasemanga ametoka kazi, ukiwa na overall unashika unasema sasa mimi mnanishika na niko na overall, na nyoka ukifika hapo sasa mimi nilikuwa natoka kazi, sasa mimi unaachiliwa. Kuna overall. Hopefully they are not watching. Ni sawa. Do have a beautiful Monday. Where is the moon today? Moon iko Libra ama iko wapi? Bado iko Libra. Let's see. Let's see today. Imeingia kwa Monjiro. Iko Scorpio. No wonder Monjiro give me a morning kiss. Moon in Scorpio. My moderator anasema iko Libra. Iko Scorpio. Inachezea hapo. Iko Libra but inaingia Scorpio. Najua. Na feel your energy. Iko Libra but nasikia hiyo energy ya Scorpio. Can even feel it in my throat. I mean, being a Taurus, I can tell when the moon is in Scorpio because naisikianga pia hapa ikiwa in my feet kwa umbali. Ni sawa? Ciao ciao. Adios. Taurus.